call the meeting of the Merrillville Redevelopment Commission to order for Tuesday, October 22nd at 6:15 p.m. Madam Secretary, roll call.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Here.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Present.
Councilwoman Uzelak.
Here.
Councilwoman Hardaway is here, and Councilman Pettit.
Here, 5 members, we have a quorum. Next item on the agenda, ladies, is the consent agenda. Accounts payable register voucher approval for October 22nd, 2024, and approval of the meeting minutes from September 24th, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilor Uzelak, seconded by Councilor Haynes Edwards. Is there any further discussion on the consent agenda? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We have no old business, Ms. Chilcott.
No old business, thank you.
All right, under new business, at the Redevelopment Commission workshop at 5 o'clock, we heard a presentation, and Dan, if you wouldn't mind coming up to the podium one more time for the benefit of Commissioner Uzelak, and I don't know if Councilor Haynes Edwards came in and got the full story. Dan McCloskey is with Structure Point Engineering. They are putting together a program study for the Southside Fire Station at 9300 Colorado. So Dan, I'll let you give a 2-3 minute introduction into that.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Again, my name is Dan McCluskey, project manager with American Structure Point on the architecture side. I know you guys know us for our horizontal side, road and bridge. So what we're proposing is a first step in the verification of the needs of the fire department, working with Chief Yurga on a process that will define the size, shape, site placement, site use, all appropriateness for the new fire station, understanding the interior program, the number of apparatus bay, size of apparatus bay, all the program necessities of a new fire station that will be appropriately sized. And then we'll work with a CM of your choice to work through some budget information and define the project going forward. That first step is crucial to the success of a project. We did the same. We're also the architects on the Dina and Barbara White Center, and that we did the same kind of thing there. We got to right size the project to your budget and time frame, and that's what that first step is for.
Okay, thank you, Dan. And Margie, for your benefit, and I mentioned this to the other members during the workshop. Sure. One of the reasons that we need this study done is I have approached a property owner about a land donation in the amount of 4 to 6 acres, but he wants to know the exact configuration that Chief Yurga and Structure Point come up with. Is it a perfect square? Is it a rectangle? How's it going to be positioned on the south end of his property? He is willing to donate that to the town for the construction of the fire station. So we need to.
Who's that owner?
That is the owner of Polycon Industries.
Okay.
It's actually under Big Sky LLC, Burl Blitzstein.
Okay.
So he's willing to cooperate with us on anywhere from 4 to 6 acres. So we want to have this study done. This is an eligible activity, as Mr. Pittman, Mr. Swentz, and Mr. Griffin have confirmed that this is an eligible activity out of the allocation, the TIF proceeds. Dan, your quote is for $49,525.
That's correct.
Okay. So at this time, Chair will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Uzelak, seconded by Councilor Hardaway, to approve the program study from American Structure Point for the Southside Fire Station in the 9300 block of Colorado at an estimated cost is that a not to exceed, Dan?
It's a lump sum.
It's a lump sum of $49,525. Is there any further discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, roll call.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Aye.
Councilwoman Uzelak.
Yes.
I am a yes. Councilman Pettit.
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, sir.
The other item, Margie, for your benefit, we talked with Bob and Tom. Bob Swentz and Tom Pittman are here, as is Randy Hall from Liberty Estates. And we talked about the expansion of the 3 TIF districts. Sure. Randy Hall is in the audience. He made a presentation on the West Liberty Estates. I know this is in your ward, right, and you've met with Randy. We also talked about the expansion of the Broadway TIF going all the way north to 53rd Avenue to make funding eligible for a couple of projects up there in Shauna's area, the Broadway Plaza. The Crossroads Plaza, I think, might be in Keisha's ward. So we want to expand the Broadway TIF. And then with the data center being proposed down at 101st and Deep River, we wanted to add that because of the amount of income that can generate. We would receive 100% of that money, and we talked about that as well. So at this time, Chair will entertain a motion that we instruct Bob and Tom to work on the calendar and expanding those 3 allocation areas.
So moved. Second.
Who was it? Shauna, you made the motion?
Yes.
Okay. Motion by Counselor Haynes Edwards, and seconded, was it Leona or Leona?
Yes.
Leona. Counselor Chandler Felton to instruct London Whitty and Barnes and Thornburg to begin the process of expanding the 3 TIF areas, the Broadway allocation area, the Mississippi Street allocation area, and the West Whitcomb Street allocation area. Is there any further discussion, ladies?
No.
Ricardo, do we just need a voice vote or a roll call?
Yes, a voice vote.
Voice votes, okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Is there any other new business, Mrs. Chilcott?
No other new business.
Okay. The next item under general orders is a resolution 24-14, is a resolution approving and authorizing the Metropolitan Police Chief to purchase from Curry Motors 8 law enforcement vehicles pursuant to IC 5-22 and sections 2-135 through 2-139 of the Merrillville Municipal Code. I will defer to Mr. Griffin, and Trista is in back of me. This was an item, I believe, Leona and I were absent from the workshop, but I believe the council discussed this at the Wednesday night workshop. Is that correct?
Correct.
Mr. President, members of the Redevelopment Commission, pursuant to the revision that you made recently to your purchase code, establishing a threshold for department heads and staff or purchase agents, this exceeds that threshold, which is $15,000. Also, Trista did a very nice job of preparing this, in my opinion, because she did also include in reasoning that IC 522 and your local purchasing code authorize when you make a purchase like this, when you're buying either from a state buying agency or it's an agency that uniquely deals in the vehicles that you have, because we did do this outside of the bid process. So this resolution authorizes the purchase. You are the purchasing agency for the redevelopment funds, and allocation area funds recently were authorized by state law to be used for this sort of thing. If I haven't said everything on the subject, Trista will complete it for you.
The only thing I'll add is that in the budget for this year, we had planned for some car purchases out of the Mississippi Street TIF. I've had communication with Ms. Sanfratello as to the line item that she can use. There is budget left available in that line. There will still be some budget left available after this expense is paid. We were planning to pay for these in 2025. A similar budget was in the 25 budget for these as well, but we can't afford to pay for them early due to the timing. We certainly want to grab, since they're the Fords and not the Lemons from Dodge, we wanted to be able to grab those and take stock of them right away, so.
Okay. Thank you. And just for the record, since we're recording, the total amount in the Curry estimate, ladies, that you have in your packet along with the resolution from Trista and Lori is $399,616 for the 8 2025 Ford Explorer Police Interceptors. Are there any questions on the resolution?
No.
Seeing none, Chair will entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Counselor Uzelak, seconded by Counselor Chandler Felton to approve Resolution 24-14, which will purchase 8 law enforcement vehicles out of the allocation areas in the amount of $399,616. Is there any further discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Councilwoman Uzelak,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hardaway is a yes, Councilman Pettit.
Yes. 5-0, motion carries. Thank you, ladies. get our police officers the best equipment we can. Is there any other general orders, Mrs. Chilcott?
No, nothing further.
All right. Chair will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uzelak, seconded by Ms. Hardaway. For adjournment, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, Craig.